All right. Well, I overshot my destination a bit. Ugh. Or, well, maybe I don't know where my destination's supposed to be. Anyway, time for a fast charge. Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video responding to everything that I've seen going on about the rapidgate charging, and I'll make this really quick. I've had the chance to test drive the new Nissan Leaf with the 40 kilowatt hour battery pack, and I wasn't really impressed with it. I did a review of it, and that was kind of long and a little bit more detailed. Unfortunately, not any driving footage, but uh, yeah, it left me not impressed. And part of it is I think the e-pedal is a very broken way about going about one pedal driving. The lack of thermal management didn't come up in any of my test drives, but uh, I could already tell that that could be an issue, and now it apparently is an issue. And I in some ways feel bad for Nissan because they're sort of stuck in in a very odd position because they couldn't really add thermal management and still use the old battery packs, and they couldn't really still allow the battery packs to degrade at the rate that their 30 kilowatt hour battery packs were. So it kind of stuck them in this weird position where, you know, our drivers rarely drive more than 300 miles in a day. So if we just go ahead and, nerf, as they say, or sort of throttle the charging rates, especially when the battery gets to a certain temperature, well, then you solve both of your problems, because it's not going to be noticed by as many Leaf drivers because they're just not taking their cars on long trips, and I mean you also save some battery degradation, and I know Nissan has come out and said, well, this is exactly how we designed the battery to work. But they also basically stated that they were providing a 150-mile EV in an age when pretty much everybody else is now offering some sort of thermal management in their battery packs, and they're not. So this sort of tacit understanding for a lot of electric vehicle owners is, sure, it's only 150 miles of range, but with adequate infrastructure, I can still take it on long trips. Well, when you're only able to charge at 25 to 35 kilowatts, that really does hurt your trip speeds a lot, especially when you have to make more trips more often because of the smaller battery. So, and part of why I brought this up is here I am. I made a wrong turn. This will probably end up making a blooper reel for my Bolt EV. But anyway, I drove about 30 miles out of the way that I didn't need to go, so it's impacting me both in time and the battery level that I have. But here I am, well past 55% state of charge, and I'm still charging at 38 kilowatts, even though the thermal management has kicked on several times. And I think that's what you're seeing in the Leaf, right? If you watch some of my charge sessions with the Bolt EV, I'll do a speed up of the charging rates, and you can tell when the thermal management comes on because the charge rate throttles down, the fans wind up, everything is cooling off the battery. And until the battery is cooled off, it maintains a slower charge rate. But because it has active thermal management, then it can take heat out of the battery faster than it's being put in by the DC fast charger, so you'll eventually recover and then start to charge at a higher rate again. So it's completely not dictated by anything other than how the actual temperature of the battery. So Nissan can't do that with a 40 kilowatt hour Leaf, so they had to do it with software. And the problem is software can protect the battery, but it can't remove the excess heat. So This is going to be interesting because had this not been the case, even if they would have just accepted the same level of degradation that you're going to see out of a 30 kilowatt hour Leaf, but left the charge rates high like they were in the 30 kilowatt hour Leaf, I don't think it would have impacted sales. But I think this is going to very, very harshly impact Nissan's sales. Some of the cooler countries like Norway, they might continue to buy Nissan Leafs because, you know, it's colder up there. I think you're going to see a limited number of them sold in places like Southern California, which is traditionally a haven for electric vehicles. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I wouldn't mind testing one on my regular 500-mile route. Anybody knows Nissan, if they have a press version to release, and I'd put on about 1,000, 1,100, maybe 1,200 miles over the course of a few days. But, you know, I'm honestly actually worried about that's a trip that the Bolt EV can do no problem. I'm actually concerned about doing it in the Nissan Leaf. I'll try it and post my results, but yeah, I'm really leery because I just don't know if the car can do it. But anyway, so I'm about out, and my charge rate's about to drop off after I hit about 70-75% battery. So I'm gonna head out and correct the errors of my ways. And if you have been, thank you for watching and following. If you can subscribe and like to the videos, it really helps the channel out a lot. Helps me do these stupid, weird videos that I do. And I'll see you on the road. Alright, so we're all done, up to about 70%. Let's see what the EVgo station says before I unplug. Um, yeah, 69% according to this, and we were here for 40 minutes. And I'll have to say I'm already liking this new schedule where it doesn't stop until 40-45 minutes. So just going to go ahead and unplug and then get my head on straight. Alright. Almost thought that was an EV for a second. No such luck. Not out here.